Hey, friends, there was some very interesting interaction between President Trump and a reporter at a recent press conference, the daily conference that President Trump is holding regarding the coronavirus. And it's getting a lot of pushback against the president, headlines that he lashes out at a reporter asking what to say to Americans who are scared. Now, I normally don't watch live news. Just with my schedule and the way things are, I catch things, I read afterwards, and then I'll watch the clips afterwards. But I happened to be sitting with Nancy today. The conference was on, and this reporter was going back and forth with the president. And I was actually shocked that President Trump went on as long as he did. The guy kept pushing back, pushing back, pushing back. And then this is what happens at the end.
Follow up. Nearly 200 dead. What do you say the Americans were scared, though? I guess nearly 200 dead, 14,000 who are sick, millions, as you witnessed, who are scared right now. What do you say to Americans who are watching you right now who are scared?
I say that you're a terrible reporter. That's what I say. I think it's a very nasty question, and I think it's a very bad signal that you're putting out to the American people. The American people are looking for answers, and they're looking for hope. And you're doing sensationalism, and the same with NBC and Comcast. I don't call it Comcast. I call it Concast. Let me just for whom you work. Let me just tell you something. That's really bad reporting. And you ought to get back to reporting instead of sensationalism. Let's see if it works. It might and it might not. I happen to feel good about it, but who knows? I've been right a lot. Let's see what happens, John.
Can I come back to the science and the logistics?
You're going to be ashamed of yourself.
All right. Now, when you just see that, it looks even worse than it actually was because this has been going on and on and on. Now, there are two sides to it. President Trump could have said, hey, I appreciate the question, but let me point out what I've been trying to do day and night is give hope to the Americans, give positive news, give encouragement. And the moment I try to give encouragement, all you try to do is tear it down. So this seems to be somewhat disingenuous. He could have done it like that. I mean, that would have been my style. He's Donald Trump, President Trump, and he did it his style. I would say you're a terrible reporter. That's a nasty question. But can I just give the larger context, though, and show you how things can... Now, this is the big headline. All right, again, there is, to me, in my view, an even better way to have answered that, to push the question down and to expose the wrongness of it, but to do it in a way that will not leave you as open to the counterattack of the media. But now the left is savaging him. Look at what he did. And this reporter's asking a question, and this we need to address it because people are scared. And the president calls him, it's a nasty question. Again, watch the whole thing if you can. But here's the issue. The president has been saying, look, we have this medicine that works with malaria. It's been out for over 20 years, and it's gotten some positive results. It may work. He said, I got a good feeling about it. I think it may work. Then they had Dr. Anthony Fauci up there, and he said, hey, it may not. I've got to look at this as a scientist and gather data. The president's giving his feeling. He's optimistic. So the president's trying to make people feel better. Hey, we're working on things, and this may just work. It may not, but we don't think it's going to hurt anything, but it may work. And hey, we're going to make it. We're going to be bigger. We're going to be stronger than ever. We're going to come through this. We're working together. I talked to Chuck Schumer. We're talking. We're all on the same side here. So all he's trying to do is be positive. And maybe be too optimistic, if anything. So the question was really off the wall and uncalled for and was pushing way, way beyond things, whereas the president is trying to instill confidence, trying to give hope, trying to do these daily conferences, doing what he knows how with his team to bring about difference. So I just want to say this. Be very careful. When you see a snippet, when you see a report, get the whole story. There's a lot more going on here. And if you want to fault President Trump up to now, fault him for being too positive and trying to be too encouraging to the Americans, as opposed to fault him for lashing out at a reporter who wanted him to reassure Americans who are scared. It's been quite the opposite, actually, with President Trump.